Hey, welcome back, everybody. We're going to talk about our calendar. We're going to do it a little differently. You may have noticed my buddy Doug the Pug here. He is my reading partner. So, Doug's a really good listener. If you read to Doug, if you have the chance, when we meet again, Doug might make his way to school. We might be able to read to Doug a little bit. But he's not that famous Doug the Pug from the internet. He's just my buddy Doug the Pug. So, here we go. We're going to talk about the calendar. So, today is Tuesday, so if you have your pointer finger and your middle finger, put your thumb between and we say Tuesday, okay? The sun came up, that's how we know Tuesday started. We said good morning, Mom, good morning, Dad, good morning to our families, and good morning, Tuesday. Okay, so the sun went down and the moon came up, and we went, good night, Mom, good night, Dad, good night, family, and good night, Tuesday. So the sun came out again today, right? The sun came out again today, and we woke up and said, oh, good morning, Mom, good morning, Dad. And if you remember what we talked about earlier, we said good morning Wednesday. So we make a W with our three fingers and go Wednesday. Good morning Wednesday. Okay. So we're going to talk a little bit today. I heard one of our friends was asking some questions yesterday. So we're going to talk a little bit today about why we've been at home for so long. Because I heard this friend's been getting up every morning and going, is it time for school? And his mom says no, and he gets pretty sad, which I'm pretty sad we don't get to go to school too. So why aren't we coming to school? Right now we're not coming to school just because there's a big cold going around and we want to make sure everybody is healthy. So when the cold is finally over, we'll hopefully get to go back to school and resume classes like we always had. But in the meantime, we're going to talk about a little story that kind of explains it. So the thing we're going to talk about with this story is spring cleaning. So we all live on the earth. It's important to keep the earth clean. We're going to talk about this a lot because next week we celebrate a fun day called Earth Day, but it's important to keep the earth clean. So one of the things we do, we call it spring cleaning. Remember, we've been talking a lot about spring and all the green and everything, and seeing all the beautiful colors that come out. Okay, so a lot of our families might be doing something called spring cleaning. So we all know what a broom looks like, and we might be helping our families clean the house right now, organizing the garage. We do all those things that we couldn't do because we were inside and maybe the weather wasn't good. But that is kind of what we're doing right now. So I'm going to give Doug this picture. If you look, we're going to read a story. It's called The Time We Spring Clean the World. So we're going to talk about how we can be healthy, make sure we listen to our families, and talk about how we can spring clean the world so we don't get sick. Okay, so this story has a bear, a raccoon, and a rabbit. I'm going to give this to Doug the Pug to hold. All right. The world had got so busy, there were people all around. They left their germs behind them in the air and on the ground. Their germs grew bigger and stronger. They wanted to come and stay. They didn't want to hurt anyone. They just really wanted to play. Whoop. All right. Okay. Sometimes they tried to hold your hand or tickled your throat or your nose. They could make you cough and sneeze and make your face as red as a rose. Wow. And so those germs took over. They started to make people ill. And with every cough we coughed, ow, more and more germs would spill. All the queens and kings had a meeting. It's time to clean the world up, they said. And so they had to close lots of fun stuff, just so those germs couldn't spread. No more movies at cinemas or restaurants for our teas. There was no football or parties. The world got as quiet could be. The kids stopped going to school. The moms and dads went to work less. Then a great big giant scrubbing brush cleaned the sky and all the mess, so practice scrubbing. Dad started teaching the sons, and big brothers played with us more. Moms were in charge of homeworks, and we read and played jigsaws galore. The whole world was washing their hands and building super toilet roll forts. Outside was quiet and peaceful. Now a home was placed for all sports. So we played in the world that was our home. Our days were filled up with fun and love. And the germs grew small and smaller. And the sun, it watched from above. Then one morning, the sun woke up real early. Oh! She smiled and stretched her beams wide. I said, stretch our beams wide. Ooh. The world has fully been spring cleaned, and it was time to go back outside. We opened our doors, oh so slowly, so open it real slow, and breathe in the clean and fresh air. Feels so good. We promised forever and always that our beautiful world, we'd take care. Excuse me. We promised that forever and always of this beautiful world, we'd take care. So, just so you remember, one of the things we can really do, and you guys are all super good at it already, to help mom and dad and help us stay healthy, one of the things we can do to help with spring cleaning is just a really simple thing. We wash our hands, right? We put soap on, we count to 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Turn the water on to wash the soap off and get rid of the bubbles. Then we dry our hands, and we're all good. And that is one way you can be a helper to help keep the world clean and make it a better place for Doug the Pug, Bubba Bear, Ricky Raccoon, and Benny Bunny. So, that would be Jasper. Hi, Jasper. Jasper's coming to visit Circle Time. But that is what we're going to talk about for the next few days. Just Earth Day and why we're not coming to school. Just to make sure we're healthy. So until we can be together again, we're going to talk about that for a little bit. But for right now, we're going to sing our Star Student song and get to our new Star Student.